Hey, Mortgage Coach community, Dave Savage. Today, I am with Jasmine and Jeff. And where are you guys based out of? What market are you in right now?
We're in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. So everybody, Jasmine is a top producer. I'll let her share in a minute the kind of production she's currently doing. Jeff is her husband. He's also the branch manager. And if I got this right, Jeff, you also help manage a lot of the realtor relationships?
That's right. In a former life, I was a realtor, and those are most of my connections in this world.
Good. So you know how to talk realtor. What
Yeah,
a good combination you guys have.
I can talk realtorese.
Yeah, right. So Jasmine, tell us a little bit about your team, your mortgage practice, and then we'll get into some ideas on how you're winning today.
Yeah, so we have about, how many of us? We have a loan partner 1, loan partner 2, Jeff and me, and a processor. So on our team, and we tend to do somewhere on our best year, we probably close about 400 loans. That was when we did a little bit more refis. Now that we're in a purchase strictly environment, we kind of made a transition from being online lender and just like rates to just being relationships and purchase business. So last year we did about 38 million, 150 units.
150 units.
Crush it even more.
What's the goal this year?
We're at least going to get to 50 for sure.
Good. So how many units is that? North of 200?
200-ish, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, great. And then how many past customers do you guys have in your database that you manage? Just give us a feel for that.
Probably 1,800.
Yeah.
So a lot of past customers to do. Are you guys doing annual reviews with your past customers using Mortgage Coach?
That's something that we started doing this year, and I'm still kind of baby stepping it, but we have been doing the annual reviews with our clients. Yes.
Yeah, well, you could. I have a feeling with just the realtors that you have and a really good implementation of annual reviews, you could just kill 200 loans a year, would be my guess. So let's talk about how you do use Mortgage Coach right now. Where does it come into your sales process? How are you delivering the total cost analysis right now to families?
So right now, the way our process works is when a client calls in, my loan partner takes their loan application, they come in and meet with me face to face. And so part of my presentation that I do with the new clients is the mortgage analysis. And so generally we'll stack up a couple, 3 different options. We work with a lot of first-time home buyers here in town. And so we'll do your FHA next to your 3% conventional, next to your 5% conventional. And so we'll kind of stack them against each other and talk to the clients about the different loan options that they can choose from. You know, you can bring $20,000 to closing or 25, and then we kind of try and figure out what is the best payment and cash to close scenario for them.
Love that. So the majority of your families come in. It sounds like more than 50% are first-time home buyers. And you're using the total cost analysis as an educational tool to show them options and then to help them make the decision on different down payment options, different loan options. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's one of the ways we use it. The second is also then once they actually go under contract, right at that point when it's time to lock in, now we have narrowed it down to we're doing the 3.5% FHA loan. And then I'll stack 3 different rate options just to prevent rate shopping. That's been my biggest strategy is, to start at 4, 4.25, 4.5, 4.75, stack them all against each other. And that way I never feel that clients are not getting all the rate options because it's tough when you just have like that one little worksheet that you hand out and you hope that your 4.5 is going to stack okay against, Bank of America or whoever else they're talking to.
Got it. So did everybody hear that part? Because we all know price compression is a big challenge in today's market. Limited inventory is a big challenge. So by giving them options, different rates, it really puts you in a position to where you can have that conversation more effectively with the client. Now, do you think the way you're using Mortgage Coach, is it saving you time? Because that's always a big concern people have. Does it take more time? Does it take less time? how do you feel Mortgage Coach helps you just from a time perspective?
So I think that it's very interesting that after you've been using the Mortgage Coach for a little while, the clients could be walking in through the door and I could be slapping up some options real quick as they're coming to meet with me. So I have gotten really good. I will say in the beginning, it was a little bit of a learning curve to get used to it, but now it's just, they can be sitting at a desk with me and we'll just go through it and it'll be up in 3 to 4 minutes. I can have 4 options stacked up, just add loan program and get it through. So it definitely saves a lot of time. I do also feel that it makes us just look really good, right? I mean, when we're talking to real estate agents.
I would say that it's not as much consideration for us on time as it is on conversion, and really on it changes the type of conversation we have with borrowers that come in. The conversations that we have looking at a Mortgage Coach presentation are not the same conversations you used to have.
Yeah.
It totally, I mean, it's night and day, the types of conversations. And I don't know, why do you think that works so much better, Jess?
It's the quality of the product. It just makes you seem like you are an advisor. You're not coming out with these little rinky-dink looking sheets, right? I get compliments on it all the time. People will be like, "Oh, it's so beautiful. You guys put so much effort and so much work into it," and it just makes us look good. I love using it. It's pretty too, especially the new 2.0 version.
Our product team and design team will appreciate that. It looks pretty. I think it looks cool, but different strokes. So folks, I want you to get a grasp of this. So the reason I did use the time is because there are loan officers that are watching this that aren't providing a total cost analysis for every family, or they know it looks pretty and it's better, but they're like, I don't have time. So I wanted to address that it's something that you can do in 3 to 4 minutes. And every loan officer who's done more than 20 total cost analysis can do it in less than 5 minutes. I mean, some people can do it in less than a minute. Average is 3 to 4 minutes. I think that is an expectation that if you're watching this, in 3 to 4 minutes, you could radically improve your conversion rate with every single borrower you meet with. And Jasmine, I don't want to put you on the spot and you may not have metrics around this, but if you just had a feeling for how much it's improved your conversion, whether it's a percent, whether it's a loan, and Jeff, feel free to weigh in on this. How much do you feel like we've improved conversion, and how would you describe it?
If I had to put a number on that, I would maybe 10%. 10% of our total deals were probably winning because of the presentation we've got, because of the conversation being around something substantive that's not just rate. Talking real numbers over time as opposed to some small amount every month. Those things resonate with clients pretty well. And it seems like those types of kind of smart financial planning type conversations set us into kind of a different category from the competition, where we have fewer people that are going, well, I've got your 4.25 rate, I'm going to go see what so-and-so has today. They're actually thinking more along the lines of, what does this mean for my family? And so I don't know that it is hard, Dave, to put a real number on. But part of that.
I did it.
Go ahead.
Oh, so you did it. No, that's good. So another thing, I know, we always try to teach loan officers that the loan officer with the most friends wins. The more people that like you, trust you, they consider you their mortgage friend, the better. And I think upgrading that into today's world, the more digital friends, where they've got your mobile app downloaded, they know how to communicate with you in the channels that they do live. If they prefer text, it's text. Are you getting clients to download the app and go through the experience so when they leave your office, it's like they're a digital friend? Any thoughts or perspective on that?
Yeah, we do. We do have a very cool mortgage app here at Waterstone. And so our clients will definitely download that app every time they meet with me, because they've got the payments and so forth. And then, as we go through it, we sent out the link to the mortgage coach, presentation, so they can have both. In a perfect world, it would integrate into one happy place and it would just be one app that they're downloading. But but it's very important. And, in our app, they can contact us, they can text us, they can email us, they can upload docs. It's just like one-stop shop. And I find that a lot more people are texting me and emailing me just on the fly. Hey, we're about to make an offer. Can you help us out? So I like being in their pocket. I think that's really
yeah, right. Well, I think recommend to everybody, because most mortgage companies now have more than one app. I mean, Facebook has Facebook and Messenger. It's a different app.
Yeah.
So I just put a reminder to anyone watching this: when someone's in your office, you can connect emotionally, which is great. That's one of the reasons why you do it. But it's time to make them your digital friend. Get them to download your apps. Usually there's a transaction app, that they need to know that, hey, after you leave, you can take a picture of something and, you can keep status update. And then I'm going to make sure you get the best mortgage today. This is our, whatever you call it, mortgage coach, total cost analysis. And then I do recommend that you start letting them know that, hey, even after this loan closes, I can update this a year from now. I can do your annual review. So there's no better time than when they're in your office to like, hey, I'm going to help you get the best loan today. And I'm going to make sure you always have the best loan because I'm managing your mortgage. So it's something to think about adding to your in-office experience. So let's do this. Let's wrap this up. I always like to get a script. So I would like to know when you're getting ready to show mortgage coach to a family, I want to just like hear the first 30 seconds because sometimes people pick up something from how you position it. And by the way, do you call it a total cost analysis? How do you describe it? And what does that sound like when you're getting ready to talk to a family?
What if we do like a role play? I'll be the borrower and she can be my LO.
Hey, I didn't want to put her on that spot, but go for it.
Here goes. Yeah, I'm here to get a mortgage.
So today, so now that we have kind of established what your monthly payments are going, the monthly payment range that you're comfortable in, and you're trying to stay around $1,200, I've got three different options that we can take a look at. I want you to know that interest rates are kind of like a seesaw. The higher the interest rate, the fewer dollars you're going to bring to closing, and the lower the interest rate, the more money you're going to bring to closing. So this medium option here is your 4.5, where you're kind of happy and in neutral, and your monthly payment is going to be $1,250, and you're bringing 20 grand to closing. On here, on the right side, we've got the 4.75, where you're bringing $18,000 to closing. And then at 4.25, you're going to bring $24,000 to closing, but your payment is going to drop down to $1,150. And there's like these pretty graphs and charts you can take a look at right there.
Oh yeah, they are very pretty.
Does that work?
Yeah, no, that was good. And we often say that when people pick the loan, they pick the loan officer. So the fact that you kind of gave them these options, they saw it, they feel empowered, they trust you because they feel that you're being transparent and not just selling a loan, and they pick it and they picked you, and so, and then it does sound like it's not uncommon that, they've got the app, they've got the information, and then you're updating that. Like once they get into escrow, it's like, okay, now you're in escrow, it's been updated. So you're updating that at least one time.
Yeah. And it's great because they have it with them. And a lot of times I even have people pull it up, like day before closing, and they're like, oh, here's the screenshot of the thing we talked about on day one. And we're at like $200 difference. Everything worked out great. So we have our templates set up well. And I think that's key. The key is that your templates in Mortgage Coach match whatever's going on in Encompass or your LOS system, so that you're giving accurate information up front.
Love. By the way, that was good advice. By the way, if you heard that and you're like, what are Mortgage Coach templates? Down below, I'll have a link to how to set up your Mortgage Coach templates. And we do a lot of training on that. So by the way, if you're a Mortgage Coach user and you either don't know what templates are or you don't have them set up, it's very easy. It's very time saving. You do it once and it's good to go. So good takeaway. One last question before we wrap this up. If you had one feature in Mortgage Coach that's your favorite, or a superpower that it gives you? What do you like best?
The superpower that Mortgage Coach could give us or does give us?
Does give you. Yeah. You could both answer it. Like, one of you might like something.
I love, for me, my favorite thing is in the new 2.0 version, where you can have your options on the side, and then the 3, monthly savings over 5 years, savings over 15 years. And just that screen right there is my favorite thing. Like, I will pull that up. I'll take a screenshot of it. Like, I'm like, remember when we talked about this? That screen right there is gold, because all the information is there. Cash to close. I love it. That's money right there. That screenshot right there of the front page in the new layout.
Since I'm not usually setting them up, I'm probably not the best person to ask about the new feature, but I think you had like something about the template.
Your favorite feature. Like, Jeff, what do you like best about Mortgage Coach?
I think it's a future feature, the clear to close button.
You guys are working on that, right?
No, honestly, the feature that is the best for me is the graphical display of what these options mean over time to people.
Yeah.
That's something that you don't see at other places, at least that I've seen.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking time to give this value to the Mortgage Coach community. Anybody watching this, if you got a takeaway, if you got value, like it below. You're watching this on YouTube or on our Facebook channel, so give us a like and share this with your mortgage friends. So Jeff and Jasmine, thank you very much. Have an awesome day.
Bye.
Thank you.